Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with InvestFourMore, and we are standing outside the complex. The complex is a property we bought a couple months ago. Has 5 units in that building, a small house, and another larger house that all are together. So we've had some updates on what's going on here. We ordered some windows and a roof, and it's not going exactly as planned. We'll talk about that and what's going on there, and talk to you about our new plan as well, and our interactions with some of the tenants. So of course, check out InvestFourMore.com for much more information on flips, rentals, being an agent, all that great stuff. And we love the likes and comments, so keep those coming too. Let's go look at the property. I don't know why the camera did that. It must like the truck. But yeah, we'll tell you all about this property. All right, so we bought this 2 or 3 months ago, and I think I paid $550 for it, right in that range, and it was a pocket listing. So that means the agent kind of told me about it before it was listed, and they did that because my camera's being funky. I keep fixing it. There we go, as I fall on my face. We had missed out on some other deals. The seller just kind of wanted to sell it real quick without it being on the market. I don't think he wanted a whole lot of people to see the condition it was in, maybe, because it is a little rough, and the tenants didn't have the most amazing conditions to live in. So the first thing is we were hoping to start a remodel this week, or hopefully sooner, but really planning to do it this week because we ordered windows for this entire place 7 or 8 weeks ago. And for windows for this house, you can see right there, that one's broken. Windows for all the units over there. 3 of the units are occupied, and 3 or 4 are occupied, 3 or 4 are vacant. But some of those windows in the occupied units are literally boarded up, or plexiglass. The old landlord just did not fix them when they got broken. So they're hoping for a little better living conditions, which we were hoping to provide as well. So what happened was we called Home Depot, who we ordered the windows from. I mean, there's a lot of windows, like almost $10,000 worth of windows. They're supposed to be here last Friday, and we said, hey, where are our windows? What's going on? And Home Depot responded and said, we also might fix that hole in the floor. We don't know where the windows are. We're like, oh, okay. Do you know when we might get them? We're like, no, we don't know where they are. They were sent on a delivery truck, and we can't find the truck. So apparently, Home Depot lost the truck, and they don't know where it is. They don't know where the windows are. And that's the last we heard. They're still looking for the truck. So if anybody across the country sees a Home Depot truck that's been abandoned or sitting on the side of the road, let us know. Maybe it has our windows on it. It possibly could be a Geldwin truck too, maybe, because I think it's Geldwin windows that are coming in. So if you see any abandoned semis anywhere that look like they're in fairly decent shape, maybe those are our windows. So I don't know what we're doing right now. We're just kind of waiting for Home Depot to get back to us and tell us, hey, we'll get you new windows soon, or we don't know what to do, because we really don't want to wait another 7 or 8 weeks and order all the windows again and have to wait that time period where this property is just sitting here looking like this. So that's one issue. For this unit, this house, we've got people asking us to rent it all the time. I think every single tenant in this complex has asked us if they can rent this house. But we obviously want to fix it up a little bit before that and do flooring, paint. We took the ceiling tiles down just to see what it looks like up there. And it looked good, except for that spot right there with the horrible roof leaks. So we definitely want to make sure there's no mold or anything up there. But we might just leave the ceiling tiles here because of that, because you might have to re-sheetrock that whole thing, and it would not be worth it. Fix the kitchen, clean it up. I think we decided we would put in new cabinets just because it's so small. And then we might make this a bedroom back here too. There really is room to put in a door, put in a closet. Also, it has a tiny closet right now, and make it a 3-bedroom. So if this was a 3-bedroom, I'd probably rent for $1,300 a month, maybe even a little more. Conservatively $1,300. And then if we get the other ones rented, we can really bring in a lot more money and add value to this property. Now, the other thing you might notice is the roofs are all new. We had to do all new roofing and all new decking for this whole place. And that was $42,000 to do that. We had a couple bids. That was the lowest bid. And a lot of that cost was decking, because if you've probably heard, lumber has been crazy expensive. The decking is pretty much plywood, which is one of the most expensive things for lumber right now. So it was super pricey to do that. Luckily, lumber is starting to come down right now. So for future projects, hopefully things will get cheaper. But yeah, we pretty much did this at the height of lumber prices, so it was very expensive. But yes, you can see we have a brand new roof. We still have to do some more repairs, gutters, different things, but we're kind of holding off on the main stuff till we get the windows in, because then after that, you can paint, patch walls, fix some of the other stuff, because you don't want to do too many things ahead of time before the windows in and have to redo a bunch of stuff once the windows come in, if you have to redo trim, anything structural like that. So at least we have that going for us. We did get new roofs put on. So here's one of the vacant units. I was thinking about it. We have 4 occupied units. So there's 4 one-bedrooms in this building. The little house, which is about 500 square feet. We'll talk about that soon out there. And then a 2-bedroom in this little unit too. So 2 of these 1-bedrooms are occupied, the 2-bedroom, and then the little house are occupied. But we want to come through here and redo these and make them much nicer, not have plastic bags holding up the 220 wires, things like that. But as you can see, it's a crazy cramped unit, floor plan. You got these bathrooms that stick out. Like, I don't even think it had bathrooms when it was first built. They're kind of an afterthought, as you can see right there. But the bathrooms, I don't know if you can do much with them. I think they kind of have to be how they are. Plumbing on the outside of the walls, that's always amazing too. So we've got a lot of work to do in these, obviously. But then the kitchens are so tiny and have no cabinets. So we're trying to decide the floor plan and flow. So if you have any ideas for these, let me know. But you have your living room right here, which is not huge. This little closet right here that juts into the kitchen. And then you've got your kitchen. So it's possible we could remove those closets and really add more space in the kitchen. It's possible we could take this wall out and open up everything to the living room. There's quite a few things we could do. Just not sure exactly how to do it because there's not a lot of room. Look at that, right? The space for your sink is literally like a foot. So they have these tiny sinks here. There's very little space for cabinets. So if you have ideas for redoing these units, we'd love to hear them. And then, yeah, the windows, that's plexiglass, I think. Maybe it's glass. But in the other units, those were just boarded up. They had no back windows. Some of their side windows were just plexiglass that were, horrible. So we have new windows coming in for all of these, maybe. And then here you have your 1-bedroom over here. So you can kind of give us an idea. I don't know if you can do much with the 1-bedroom here, except you don't have a closet. We could build a little closet back here. There is space for that. So there's a question there. How much do we do here? How much don't we do in these rooms? And then while we're in here, the little house. So I said we've got 4 tenants here. A couple of them paid rent or didn't pay rent to the old landlord. But then, we told them we're doing the roof. We're the new landlord. You need to pay us. So they've all been paying us. It's between $550 and $600 a month, except for that little house. That little house has not paid a thing, never talked to us, never approached us, called us or anything. And so we have started the eviction on that little house. We posted the notice a couple weeks ago. Have to post a 30-day notice now in Colorado. Used to be 10 before coronavirus. Now it's 30-day notice to pay or quit. And we haven't heard anything still from them. They won't talk to us, won't answer. 99% sure they still live in there. And because the notice is gone and it looks like there's signs of them in there. But, so we'll see what happens with that. They're paying $500, $550. They're never going to be able to find a place that cheap around here, especially a detached property like that. It's going to be almost impossible. The apartments are renting for $1,000 a month. So sucks when that happens, but unfortunately, if they don't talk to us, we don't know what's going on. We can't just keep renting to them for free for a prolonged period of time, because then obviously we can't get in there and fix things and make repairs in the property either. So we are still kind of, having to go through evictions. There is the eviction moratorium, and that might come into play with this. It just depends on how they react to it. It's not an eviction moratorium for everybody. It's only for late rent, which obviously they are late on. And it's only for people who are at certain income levels, and they have to respond, say why they're late, why they've had heartache or financial distress. There's a process they have to go through. And there's also rental assistance that they could apply for if they would talk to us. We can give them information on that. If they wanted to, there is rental assistance in Colorado that they could apply for. As a landlord, you can apply for it, but you also have to have them apply as well. We can't just apply for it on ourselves on their behalf. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully, things will work out great, but it's not looking so great at this moment. And here's the other vacant unit we have. I was by here a week or two ago, and the door was open, so that's not good. We had the doors rekeyed, secured, because it's open the first time when I very first bought the property as well, just unlocked. And just now, the deadbolt wasn't locked, but the bottom was, so I'm a little worried somebody might be getting in here. So I'm definitely gonna check all the windows, make sure they're locked. No signs of anybody, except there's some socks kind of by the shower, and I don't know if those were there before, so I'll check my before videos to see. One bonus of posting videos, but you never know. I called this place a complex before. We had another, well, we still have it, property we called the compound. There was 3 houses and a commercial property, and the police had called it the compound actually because of the crime activity there, and it kind of kept his name. So when I first bought this, I asked the audience what we should call this, and a few people said the complex. So thank you for that. It's kind of stuck, and Nikki and I, my project manager, call it the complex now. But hopefully we can start working on it and fix these places up a little bit, because as you can see, they're rough. Again, this kitchen, trying to figure out, the best layout for it is tricky as well. You can see the sink, which is leaking. I don't think it was leaking before. Yeah, I just turned that off. Okay. Wonder if somebody is getting in here. Anyway, look at that sticking out in the doorway because it's so narrow right there. If you put in a regular sink, that's what's going to happen. So there's no real way to move that doorway over either. I guess unless you move the doorway to the other side, but then you're moving electrical and plumbing and different stuff. So a lot of crazy, I don't know. We're not sure exactly how to make it work. And these are the socks I was talking about right there that I don't remember if those were there or not before. Sorry for showing the toilet. So there may be somebody getting in here. They're not doing any damage, probably just sleeping here, but still not a good situation. So I guess to sum everything up, we're calling it the complex. We bought it for $550. 3 of the tenants are paying rent on time, haven't caused any problems, although one of them was using a grill inside for their cooking because their stove wasn't hooked up right. It literally needed a different kind of cord. And we need to get their places fixed up with real windows and different stuff. We fixed the roof. So they had active roof leaks in the other units as well. Hopefully those are done now. We might have to be going through an eviction with that 3rd tenant, 4th tenant out there. Hopefully the windows come. Hopefully Home Depot finds their truck they lost. And once we get all this done and stabilized, we should be able to rent the main house for $1,300. That one I haven't seen inside yet. I have no idea what it looks like. Maybe $800. These 1 bedrooms, maybe $900, maybe $800. The 2 bedroom, maybe $1,100, $1,000. And we could bring in more than $6,000 of rent a month, which with cap rates in the market around here makes this property worth $1 million. So that's why we bought it. That's why we're going through this process. And I probably won't keep it. After we do all that and get it rented and stabilized, I'll probably turn around and sell it and take that money and put it into a new project that's more my rental property style. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think of everything. Love to see your comments, questions come in. Love it if you hit the like button. Let us know what you think. If you have any ideas for floor plans or different stuff. Obviously we've got some more outside repairs to do too, and outside paint and things like that as well. But we're making progress. We're getting some things done. So we're trying not to be too much of slumlords here, trying to make it a nicer place. And we'll be back. We'll have more videos of our flips, other rentals, other advice videos, all kinds of that stuff here coming up soon too. So love it if you guys subscribe. If you aren't already subscribed, if you hit your little notification number by the subscribe button, then you get notified when we post videos too. So we'll be back. Take care, and we'll have some good news on this hopefully in the next video. So this window right here was not locked. It was open. I kind of had to slam it hard, but I got it to lock, so we'll see if I come back next time if this place is still open.